Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? If you guys remember, last episode we did manage to sort the source issue with Ars Nouveau, and obviously today we're going to start making a mob farm. In order to make the mob farm, we need mobs. Hence I'm exploring. One of my villagers from Ars Nouveau actually sells me the containment tablets. And in order to contain a mob, all you need is a jar, the ritual pedestal, and the tablets. That's it. And yes, you don't really need the source, but it does consume the tablets. Get the creeper. We got the sheep. That is perfectly fine. We want all of them. Oops. Well, in any case, we have a zombie, we have a sheep. I'll get the rest, don't you worry. Creepers are gonna be the worst, but we got them. Let's take the cow. You go to hell. The skeleton. Don't tell anyone, but I love bacon. It's not good for your health. I know. But who cares? It's yummy. Wish there was an enderman not holding a block, but I guess he will do. Don't you worry, I have some mob catchers. So we just release you and activate. I always loved chickens. Don't take the baby. Cool. In this mod pack, we also have the sushi mod. So if we manage to find these guys, the shrimps, and also hopefully a tuna. That one. Come on, I'm suffocating. Basically what I want to know is that can we put them inside the jar? Well, obviously you can put them inside the jar, but are they actually going to drop anything? I know tuna does. The tuna looks funny. He's dead. There are also a few creatures that I really need from the nether. One of them is the ancient knights. Hopefully they spawn. Oops. I'm stuck. That's an ancient knight. Actually, we take him. It's way less risky. We just run away. By sheer luck, I also did manage to get a ghast. It's not yet in the jar, it's just in the creature catcher. How do we do this? Well, I think what we can do is that we can make a cage. We go upstairs and put the containment jar, the ritual, and the tablet. And then we release the ghast. I captured him again. That's an ugly ghast, but it will do. The ancient knight is going to drop netherite scrap, so we might as well capture him too. And I just need a wither skeleton and hopefully a blaze. Those are easy. The fact that the ghast is a bit messed up is messing me up, so let's try this again. Hopefully it's not gonna suffocate. It's not. Go in the jar. Lovely. We don't need this one. That should be the wither skeleton. Perfect. And a blaze is just literally looking us in the face. We take him and run. I think we are done in the nether. We can go home. And I just remembered we don't have to walk home. We can just teleport. Oh, and by the way, in between the cutscenes, I also gathered a bee and a squid. However, there is one more thing that I want. We need the wayward compass. This is from the Iron Spells mod, and what we're going to do is that we're going to try and capture the dead king. This compass is actually supposed to show you where the catacombs are. The reason that I need the dead king is that I think he drops blank runes, and you need them in order to make spells. Otherwise, you have to find the loot, and I'm not really in the mood. I'm not amazing at using compasses, but I think it's here. The catacomb. Let's dig down. I've been digging for a while. Where is it? Okay, it's not here. But there are zombonis. And creepers. Oh, that's the catacomb. We're next to it. What was that? Ah, okay. It's the necromancer. We don't really care. Whoa, that scared me. He had two swords. Also, the problem with the necromancer is that he follows you everywhere. He has two axes. Okay, the dead king is going to drop this. The blank runestone. Hello, little one. Whoa. Jerk. Wait a minute. They're coming from a spawner. Ah. That explains. There are a few cheaty chests. Not very useful, I guess. Oh, food. I need food. Well, I guess after today, I don't really need food. What the? The animation for zombies is a bit scary in this mod pack. Why am I under attack? By like 400 mobs. Well, one reason is the stupid spawners that I never broke. Let's break them. Oh, that's the dead king. I think. Hello? I think in this room alone, I have killed like 500 zombies. Please, stop coming. Is there a spawner here? Something? Yeah, okay. We'll break the... Trial spawner. Zombie. We keep that one then. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I'm breaking that thing. You can't break it. Are we done with the zombies? It dropped something. Oh boy. That's a mini zombie. How are they still spawning? Hello, Mr. Dead King. You know, we're just gonna cover the entrance because I keep getting zombies. So I'm not sure how this is going to work, but we have our same setup. Wake up. The moment he spawns, we're gonna activate this. But this is cool. Lovely animation. Capture him. Oh, I got the zombie. Damn you. Go into the jar. Thank you. If I do remember things correctly, there's also a secret room. Yes. Not a crazy amount of goodies, but it will do. Oh, there was a door. Another thing that I just wanted to mention is that these are amazing armor stands. Well, we are done here. We can get out, I guess. As I have already mentioned in the last episode, we're going to have the mob farm over here on this cliff. Unfortunately, there is a massive cavity here, so let's have some mega torches so that we don't get mobs that much. It does have a radius of 32 blocks, right? What happened to the grass? Did you eat it? Jerk. Well, I placed down 3 mega torches. That should cover a decent area. I also prefer it to be within one chunk. Yeah, that will fit. Let's go home and get some drigmies. For our mob farm, we're going to need drigmy charms, and in order to make the charms, we need some fish. For the longest time, I have been telling you, this is the American way of fishing, and yeah, somebody finally made an item for that. I missed. Oh, it doesn't make a sound. Okay. But we got fish. This is called a fishing dynamite. It's amazing. I just wanted to mention that the American way of fishing is actually quite fun. Lovely. I gathered everything that we need in order to make a drigmy charm. We have an arcane core, the enchanting apparatus, 8 arcane pedestals like so, and the recipe, I don't think it requires source. But fair enough, we shall have a source jar. We need 3 source gem, an apple, a carrot, a seed, wheat, a tuna, and the drigmy token. You don't consume source. The animation is amazing. Really amazing. So, for the moment we can have 3 of them, I think. Actually, I have looting 7. Wait, can we do some drigmy dabbling? You know, you spawn one, you kill it. No, you get 1 charm back. I swear it used to work in all the mods 9. Okay, here it doesn't work. It's fine. It took me ages just to make this stupid building over here, and don't you worry, it's not going to remain like this. It's going to have an entrance, it's going to be way bigger. It does snow. I actually had no idea. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that this building is going to be a bit fancier, but later on. For now, we just want the actual mob farm to work. The animals obviously can be free, but for lag purposes, I think they came up with the containment jar thingy. Anyways, what we need is some sort of an inventory, a cobblestone on top, and then we just right click with the drigmy charm on the mossy cobblestone, like so. We have 5 drigmies. We shall provide them with some source. Later on we will automate it, and then if we place down the jars, they're going to start working, I guess. Are you dead? Brain dead? They're working. The more diverse your mobs are, the more loot they're going to provide. And I would say for the moment we're actually quite diverse. It's going to be way more diverse, don't you worry. They generated something. Yeah, maybe the source jar is a bit far away. Oh, yeah, we got tons of garbage. But yeah, the Dead King works. We're getting runes and we're getting scrolls. We can raise the dead. Aha. Oh, they're fancy. So they're my soldiers? Well, they're following me everywhere. We try this during the night. Oh, and by the way, before we forget, let's chunk loot this place. And I need to sort out the loot. It's gonna be a pain. Well, they do fight for you, which is quite fun. Let's summon a warden. I'm here. Get summoned. I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're going to last that long, okay? He is summoned. Kill him. Him. Only him. Oops. Well, they're fighting the warden, and the warden keeps ignoring them, but I think I'm gonna die. Very high chance. We use spells. Poison splash on a warden? Whoa. Oh, it does work on a warden. Another warden, okay. That's not going well. Can you summon an army? I have 3 scrolls. Yeah, it seems you can summon an army. Kill everyone. Especially the warden. I'm a horrible necromancer. I'm just saying. But they're killing him. Whoa, he's too tough. There's 2 of them. We eat the heart. It heals you. Look at the number of arrows. And I have no idea what's happening. I'm blind. Well, they have killed the warden at least. And me. It's fine. We're good. Yeah, they actually did kill a warden. I got a statue. Okay, I thought maybe I should start working on the bridge, and there you have it. Amazing bridge. Get mesmerized. No, I don't really know how to make a bridge, but I know making a bridge without having flight is actually quite difficult. I think the Just Direwolf mod also has, yeah, an upgrade for flight. That's actually quite a cheap recipe. I was not expecting that. Is it not creative flight? It is creative flight. So why is it so cheap? Because there is a one from Fargo's Talisman, and that requires like 200 million elytras. Okay, we have flight. Well, now I understand why the flight module thingy for the Direwolf's armor is incredibly cheap, because it eats through the power. Just look, if this was normal coal, it would have lasted like 5 seconds. And fear not, I'm not doing anything special, I just came over here because I found a map. And then I noticed there are lush caves. So we gather some moth and maybe some free clay. Why not? Anyways, let us get back to the bridge. This is Minecraft. Whatever we make is a cube, and we try to make it look less like a cube by adding more cubes to it. Makes a lot of sense? Good. Because to me it doesn't actually make much of a sense, but the central pillar is too cubey. And yes, that's a word. I just invented that. And I would say right now it's a teeny tiny bit better, I hope. You should sound confident, otherwise people will know that you're garbage at building. But yeah, we do have the Thaumcraft sign, so yeah. It's a beautiful bridge. So what do we want to do with the bridge? Good question. On the central column later on, we are going to have a structure where we are going to spawn villagers, throw them down to their deaths, like so that we can harvest their blood for evil craft. But that is going to be for a future episode. For today, we just want a train. Because our mob farm is on the other side of the valley, I want the loot to just go over there, using a train. Obviously, we can just use an ender chest. Actually, in this mod pack, we don't have an ender chest. But if you look for an ender chest, it will tell you use a quantum entangloporter. Well, we are not going to use an ender chest or a quantum entangloporter because I like moving things in the world. And trains are beautiful. Gaze into my eyes. Mesmerizing, aren't they? I just made a teeny tiny boo-boo, I assembled the train, I made everything work, and I wasn't recording. Therefore, we're going to do everything one more time. What I have done is that I made myself a manual rolling machine. What does it do? Well, it rolls item. Not the first one, the second set. And this one is manual, so you just have to look at it. If you don't look, items are just going to drop on the ground. Secondly, as everybody knows, the only acceptable locomotive is the steam locomotive, because it has steam. What do we need in order to make steam? We need water, we need some sort of a fuel to boil that water. So for water, what we're going to do is that I have made myself a few eternal water blocks from Evilcraft. Easy to make, and I will show you in a moment. But what we're going to need is a fluid loader, and you might notice it's full of water. Now if we place down our locomotive, it's gonna pump in the water. Amazing animation. We also provide it with coal. Once we get some steam, it's going to be functional. For making things super simple, here is what we're going to do. First, at our mob farm, since I'm not a fan of cabling, what we're going to do is that we're going to entangle the barrel to an entangled block down here. Whatever loot that we're getting goes inside that barrel, therefore it's inside this entangled block. Then we're going to have a pipe going into 2 advanced item loaders. And we're going to set filters for those advanced item loaders so that they will only input items into the minecart with chests. We are going to have literally one locking track, and it should be on top of one of the advanced loaders, and then we're going to try and assemble our train. So minecart with chest, another minecart with chest, and a minecart with walled spike. That's a chunk loader. Using our beautiful crowbar, we're going to link the train together, like so. Doesn't feel like it, but it's literally one train. Since water is important, we're going to have another fluid loader here at our mob farm, so that, you know, we can give water to our train. And yes, I do understand I need to automate source, but for the moment, it's going to be semi-manual. I have just provided our mob farm with some extra source, and therefore any loot that we get should come into the advanced loaders. And the loader, of course, is going to load it inside the minecart with chests. Cool? Cool. I want the storage system to be over here, and later on we're going to have a structure for it. But again, for simplicity's sake, we're going to have 2 item unloaders, and again, 1 locking track. Just the one will do. And of course, we're going to extract the items from the item unloaders into a barrel, which later on we will sort the loot. So now, if we turn on the engine on the locomotive, the water is going to heat up, and we're going to get steam, and the train is going to start moving. Lovely. And I can assure you it's not Halloween, but we still get the pumpkins. Obviously, the train is going to travel on the bridge, the whole point of making that stupid bridge, and it's going to start unloading the minecart with chests. Unfortunately, I forgot to set filters on this one, so it also takes out the coal, but it's fine. We will put filters. That's actually the entire train system. Nothing to it. I just made an extra minecart with chests so that we can set filters like so. It should no longer empty the locomotive. And just to make sure that we're going to have coal inside the locomotive at all times, we're going to have 1 more advanced loader, a filter for a locomotive, and, you know, some coal inside. And the stupid track. So over here it's going to unload its items, get some water, and over here it should get coal. Yeah, coal is going in. Once there is no more space, it should move on. Lovely. And it doesn't go inside the minecart with chests. And it whistles. Awesome. I love you. Oops. Yeah, it's a hollow bridge. I'm sorry. I made the train go slower because I wanted to change the tracks. You can go a teeny tiny bit faster. Yeah, I just want to check if the loading station works. So again, over here, we're going to refill the water and we're going to load the items. Amazing. Everything works. Can't really complain. Just a bit of an explanation, if you don't have this locking track, the locomotive and the train is just going to bypass the item loaders and the unloaders. If you have multiple locking tracks, you need to provide them with a redstone signal so that it will send the train on its way once the operation is done. But if you just have the one, once the operation is done, the item loader or the unloader is just going to send one redstone signal to a single track. So you don't need any redstone, which is good. I don't need these things. We can take them home. Just for a bit of fun, let's also have a normal minecart so that I can also take a ride. I'm fat. So far, so good. However, there are a few more things that we need to do. First things first, we have to fix the bridge. Even though there are going to be structures on top, it can't look like this. This is garbage. And also we have to kind of fix the mob farm. Aha, so obviously it's not exactly a work of art, but we do have a finished building, which is our mob farm, and a semi-finished bridge, which I'm actually semi-happy with it. Not happy with the pumpkins. I need to add a structure over here, but that will be for a future episode. Because for today, we have something way more important. Power. Next episode, I really want to start getting into auto-crafting because I'm really lazy to make a few things. And, well, I need more power. So how are we going to generate power? Good question. Potatoes. No, well, obviously not potatoes on their own, but what we're doing over here is that we are already producing biofuel. And if you guys remember, one of the best early game sources of power from Mechanism is the gas burning generator and ethylene. So we're going to get ethylene, we're going to get HDPE because I always hate HDPE. The sooner we get rid of it, the happier I'm going to be. Oh, the glow panels are back. Maybe they were always back? I don't know, doesn't matter. But I do have a few garbage machines. We need to add an osmium compressor somewhere. This was supposed to be my kitchen. Anyways, the osmium compressor is going to give us the refined obsidian ingots, which we can use for quantum entangloporters, I suppose. Yeah, you still need them. Okay. As usual, one of my biggest problems is that I'm not exactly sure how the ratios in Mechanism are going to work, but what we're going to do is that we're going to have an electrolytic separator. This is our main power connection. Under that, we are going to have an eternal water block. It will output automatically. Perfect. We put both of them on dumping excess, that is hydrogen. So as usual, we're going to have a quantum entangloporter for oxygen and one for hydrogen. Does need upgrades, I'm aware of that. Don't you worry. Production of ethylene also requires water, so we're going to need one more eternal water block. I used them all. But fear not, I already have a weather container from Railcraft that is for sunshine. This should be rain, and this should be my eternal water blocks. It's fancier than the sink. Also, I'm digging here. Where am I? Oh. Not an Actually, it's an ideal location. Yeah, we can set it up over here. We are going to set up a few PRCs. PRCs are jerks, so here's what we're going to do as usual. We're going to have 3 entangled blocks. That's 2 of them. That is the 3rd one. We shall have the PRCs up there like so, and we shall link them to the entangled blocks like so. So now all of them should have power. Yep. Another thing is that they do require biofuel in order to operate, so that is a drawer. I do have another entangled block next to the crusher like so. So biofuel should go inside the drawer, right? Perfect. And I just remembered we need to move it by 1 block, and we shall link you again. Yep. Now it works. Because what I want to do is that I want to use a logistical sorter because this one has a round robin option. And then we should be able to put biofuel inside the PRCs. I think. Yes. Everybody has biofuel. Oops. Now, if we have an infinite water source over there and a few mechanical pipes, water should go inside the PRCs as well. I'm doing great. The water source block from Railcraft is actually quite amazing because it will auto-output, so you don't really have to worry about transfer rates. All I'm trying to say is that I guess it's good for fission. For some very weird reason, you cannot hook up pressurized tubes to an entangled block, but that's perfectly fine. We just hook it up to the actual PRCs. I think we have plenty of sides. But yeah, we're getting... It's not ethylene, but we're getting something. Well, that ethylene or ethene or whatever has to go inside the gas burning generators. So I guess let's make a few. We're going to make 3 of them. We just have to export the ethylene to the bottom, and these guys should generate power. Oh, they're full. I'm just curious, how much power do they generate? They have to be full, is the problem. And none of the machines that you see over here have any upgrades. That's another problem, but we can fix that, don't you worry. Okay, I have installed upgrades, and there are a few points. So this is new in Mechanism, but apparently you can super upgrade the machines. You see, it does tell you that it has 8 out of the 32 energy upgrades installed. So I can give it 8 more, and I can give it speed upgrades, and it goes super crazy. So even 1 PRC was more than enough, but yeah, I guess we will have all 3 of them. Also, I'm not exactly sure how much power the gas burning generators are producing, so let's give it a test. Oh my goodness. What? 72,000 RF. You're crazy. I need to break that. We don't want to waste the power. Mechanism is now OP. Good to know. Oh, and by the way, one of the other things that I did is that I installed a drawer for the substrate. And it does have a void upgrade. We don't have 2000. We have like way more. So again, as usual, I can't really find anything to complain about. We have like 200,000 RF. I really wanted to go with power. It seems power is now a bit stupid. This is how competition works. All we need to do is to have some vibrant quartz glass so that it glows during the night. I was not expecting this to be that easy. I'm confused. But we might need more potatoes. Because yeah, that's dropping by a lot. It's fine, we do have another patch ready to go. Now that we have power, let me try to explain to you the plan. We have automated the production of Eclipse Ember, correct? Over here. If you look very closely, you might notice a problem. My mesmerizing eyes. No. We don't have coal. So that machine eats through the coal and the mob farm eats through the source. I don't really know if you guys have been yelling at me or not. You're literally watching episode 2. But yeah, I already know that in order to make the primal coal, you can use a block of charcoal. I forgot to mention that in the video. I do that. My brain is a bit damaged. But regardless of how efficient my brain is or not, we're going to need a tree farm in order to make charcoal. I know that there is something called an auto smelt, the smelter from Just Dire Things, but we're not going to use that because I think it's going to add a few complications. What we need to do is that we need a plant gatherer and a plant sower from industrial foregoing. That does mean that we need latex, and now that we have Ender.io and we have conduits and we have filters, let's get some grains of infinity. I think you get it on top of deep slate. Stop making noises. You too. Oh my goodness, it's loud. Oh yeah, we're getting it. Lovely. Let's just try to get a bunch. So this is a teeny tiny bit cheaty, but from my explorations, I did manage to find 9 dark steel. We can make the dark steel bars, and that should give us the reinforced obsidian block. That's from Ender.io. And apparently Railcraft machines also provide us with something called an extractor. This is called kiwi. I should have kiwi, not the fruit. Oh, it's here. So I have never ever used this machine, but the diagram seems to be very straightforward. We need to have the reinforced obsidian block, 4 cobbled deep slate like so, extractor on top, and I don't know, a chest. And the diagram was wrong. So do you see that sign on the extractor? That means it's functioning. And now you might notice it's not functioning because it does need fire underneath, and somebody forgot to mention that. But now if we have the chest on top, it should go in every 10 seconds. Yeah, we just got one. Well, this is a very temporary setup. We can remove the deep slate, I can have a netherrack, and voila, it should work constantly. So what I want to try and make is going to be the alloy smelter, and thankfully, yeah, we have the dark steel. So there you go. Alloy smelter. We need capacitors, right? I do have some. Again, from exploration. This one seems to be better. We just need some alloys, that's it. Where's the power? Okay, Ender.io looks weird. A bit. So the conduits that we want are going to be for power, obviously, one for items, and the Ender fluid conduit. Assuming that none of the recipes have been changed, that should be our pulsating alloy. That should be our energetic alloy. It's decently fast. And we put you on alloys. And that should be our vibrant alloy, I suppose. Lovely. What is this? Machine is on. Okay. Thank you. Oh, and yeah, I forgot. Fused quartz. You know, for the Ender fluid conduit. Does rain a lot. Don't really know why. Massive tree farms from industrial foregoing are a bit laggy, so what we're going to do is that we're going to make it far, far away from our base. And no, this is not the location. I was looking for this. You can see them on the map. And yeah, I do understand you can craft waypoints. I was just lazy. On the other hand, this is going to be the site of our tree farm. It's a standalone island in the middle of the ocean. Although I kind of like this one. Yeah, let's find another garbage island. We go there. Before making the actual tree farm, I thought it's a good idea to get some latex so that we can get all the upgrades. And I just wanted to mention, rubber isn't cheap. But fair enough, we have some plastic. We can move on. Also, while we're on the subject of a tree farm, do you actually work? The dire farmland. Well, you can plant it. Nothing's happening. Yeah, I don't think this works. So this is our tree farm, and you might notice that I did switch the oak with spruce because I think it does give you more yield on wood. And honestly speaking, the only thing that we're interested in is just wood. However, the problem with spruce is that you need to divide the farm, otherwise the spruce saplings are not going to grow. And yes, I actually died there. I ate the fruit. I don't know why it kills you. Oh, it's always. Oops. I thought it's a one-time thing. Well, to be honest with you, experiments are always important. Now we know. Anyways, now that we're getting the charcoal, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the QIO network in order to bring it back home. Thankfully, in this version, it doesn't require polonium, which is amazing. Well, for now, we will just have an array. This is the best drive that I can afford. And we shall set the frequency to charcoal. Okay, I have to try this. Does it kill you indoors? I thought it's lightning, maybe if you're covered nothing happens. Anyways, we're going to import the charcoal, import without filters. Yes. And then we're going to export it into this drawer. We just need to set some patterns. Well, not some, just the one. We just switch the coal block with charcoal. That's it. Even though we're losing charcoal, the system does actually work. We just need to speed up the growth of trees. And well, I'm assuming now that we have some source, it's going to be super easy. First things first, we're going to entangle this drawer, which does have the Eclipse Ember, to this entangled block. We hook it up to a conduit and that goes into a pedestal like so. I just used conduit so that I can put a facade later on. We put you on insert and yeah, you get the ember. We shall surround it with jars and the link goes on top. So we're getting source somewhere. Lovely. In order to transfer this source to the tree farm so that we can run the ritual, what we need is this source relay warper. And some of you might notice that it does require chorus fruit, which I did not pay attention to it. Oh, the dragon is alive. I forgot. It's fine. We just fly. And that is chorus fruit, I guess. Lovely. If I'm not wrong, yeah, there are waypoints here. Let's activate one. It's somewhere over here? No? Oh, it's down there. You come with me. And I guess we try to put it next to an end city. What would help is a greater render distance. So we should see something. Well, I found garbage. A garbage with a chest. It's a garbage end city, but it's an end city. We put it over there. And we just go home. Oh, with the render distance on 32, it's laggy. Oops, yeah, 12 is fine. I have made a few gizmos, let us get to work. So, here is our relay warper, and I have also made myself a Dominion wand. We're going to select the jar and the warper, so this relay is going to take the source from the jar. And then if we come to our tree farm, I think what we can do is that maybe we should dig a bit. Because I'm not really sure if it's going to conflict with the growth of trees. And yes, I'm floating, don't ask me what happened. But essentially, we can have another warper relay and link it over here. So now it's receiving source, and then we can just ask it to deposit it in a jar. Lovely. It's 900 blocks away. Now that we have the source, I just made myself some mage blooms. We do have the ritual pedestal. We put it over here. And I do have the tablet of overgrowth. So this should boost the growth, maybe? Let's check. Maybe it only works with crops, I'm not sure. You know, the main reason it's not growing is that it's nighttime. That could be a thing. Okay, that one grew. That one also grew. I think it's having an effect. Or we were just super lucky, but that doesn't happen to me, ever. Oh, okay, it's not luck. They are actually growing fast. Whoa, that was in my face. Yeah, it's working really well. If that is the case, we're done. Actually, we're not done, because these warpers have a chance of losing source over greater distances. And over a 900 block distance, it's just crazy. So we were constantly burning embers and that was not great. So we're going to change a few things. First, we remove you. I made another source link. I made an entangled block, which is hooked up to the same drawer. Yeah, it is hooked up to the same drawer. Oh, you also have a range limitation, I suppose? I was actually scared because entangled blocks don't have a range and, well, that's just a visual glitch. Because if I pick up the ember, we will get another one. So it is linked and we're getting trees. Lovely. Basically what we're doing is that we're generating source at the tree farm, because transferring over that distance is not really worth it. But I guess for the mob farm it's just 100 blocks. Shouldn't really matter. We shouldn't lose that much. Yeah, this is way more efficient. We're not losing any source. We're losing a bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. Because for the tree farm, the source jar was always empty and we were constantly burning fuel. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. So thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye.